Are forming up for the traditional march pass. Colours have a long history and they date back to the Middle Ages. It originated as a point of distinction for tribes and army. It was used as a rally point in battles and, seen from a distance, it was a morale boost for soldiers to want to fight to keep their colours flying free.
Well, today the colours are more symbolic than practical and are paraded during auspicious and significant occasions such as today, the National Day Parade or the SAF Day Parade, Unit Anniversary Days and Unit Turning Ops Parade.
And this year, the RSAF receives 5 new regimental colours to mark its transformation towards the 3rd generation RSAF. The new regimental colours are for Air Defence and Operations Command, Air Combat Command, Participation Command, Air Power Generation Command, and Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Command.
Colours are arranged according to the date they were granted, with the oldest colours on the left and the newest colours on the right of the observer.
Colours are an embodiment of an institution's history, honour and traditions.
And when placed side by side, the state colours and regimental colours signify the pride and loyalty of servicemen to their services, formation and units. We head on now to the traditional march past.
Leading the march past is Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Fahmi Aliman.
And he's leading the colours side by side with the national flags.
The first of the Guard of Honours is the Army, led by Major Eugene Lim.
And next up is the Navy Guard of Honour. And they are led by Major Kwek Seo Hyong.
Next, the Air Force Guard of Honor, led by Major Francis Tan Park Lane.
And the Singapore Police Force. Leading the way is Deputy Superintendent of Police Chan Hee Kyung. made up of the Singapore Armed Forces, Singapore Police Force, and the National Cadet Corps.
And this year, the 23 supporting contingents will be executing the Onward March. The first time it will be conducted at the floating platform.
And as you can hear in the background, it's executed along with a lot of people's favorite National Day song, We Are Singapore. The contingents will march up the stands where spectators are seated, and they will get up close to the audiences where they are just less than an arm's length away.
Now, this is not easy to do, as the soldiers cannot look to the ground when they are marching, and it becomes even more challenging when they have to step up the 132 flight of steps.
And I guess, Glenda, it's only apt that they're doing it with the song We Are Singapore, because it's a song about overcoming all odds and making it despite being a small country and all its adversities. As we were telling you earlier on, there's a total of 23 supporting contingents this year, the highest number of civilian contingents gathered on the floating platform.
And they're made up of 3 military contingents from the Army, Navy and Air Force, 2 home team contingent from Singapore Police Force and Singapore Civil Defence Force, 9 uniform group contingents from Girl Guides, National Civil Defence Cadet Corps, St. John Ambulance Brigade, the Boys Brigade, the Singapore Scout, Singapore Red Cross Society, National Police Cadet Corps and the National Cadet Corps.
And 3 social groups as well, from the PAP, the NTUC and the PUB. 6 economic group contingents from Semcorp Marine, Keppel, PUB, Propnex, High Flux, UOB, Great Eastern and the PAP.
And first-time participating contingents include High Flux, UOB and Great Eastern.
Well, collectively, they represent the 5 pillars of total defense in military, civil, economic, social and psychological.
Now, the parade and ceremony segment showcases the precision and discipline of a military-style parade. It's an anchor segment where Singaporeans march together to celebrate Singapore's independence.
In fact, the parade and ceremony segment was the only event during the National Day Parade. That was back in 1966, a year after Singapore gained independence, and it was held at the Padang at 9 in the morning.
As night descends, a colourful musical extravaganza begins.
Yes, it is the Marina Bay floating platform, which will be turned into a sea of colours in a very, very short while, as the musical extravaganza is about to happen in front of the eyes. And in fact, the Onward March is the perfect way for us to get into Act 2, which really embodies the theme of this year's National Day Parade, Majulah, the Singapore Spirit.
The 2 characters that you saw earlier on in the crowd, the father and son, play important roles now as they take to center stage in their roles as son and grandson. The story of how we first started and how far we have come will be told through the voice of the son and seen through the lens of the grandson.
In a while, the musical cubes will light up to your left and morph themselves into musical boxes as the Marina Bay platform will be engulfed in a sea of colors, lights and performers, all united in bringing forth the spirit to everyone here and at home.
And just like the title of Act 2 says, Birth, the beginnings of our country, featuring our multicultural heritage and showcases the pioneering spirit of the early generation of Singaporeans. It is a new beginning of a country with many new possibilities.
It's almost a fairy tale how far we've come from a sleepy village, a great port that was about to be one of our main assets even till today. The story of a young nation, Singapore, starts right here, told through son and grandson.